Hello everyone, I'm Brandon Marcello. This is Joel A. Erickson. It's our final media availability during the bye week. Auburn faces Kansas State in a week from today. So that's a good thing if you're a fan. It's not that far away.
We'll be in Kansas.
We'll be in Kansas, sitting around, getting ready for the game. But let's talk a little bit about just what we've noticed these first two games, and I feel like I'm selfishly plugging something. I've started charting yards after contact, yards after catch, yards between the tackles, outside the tackles, and what I discovered, just two games, mind you, that we all know Cameron Artis-Payne is the number one back, but man, he's doing a great job after contact. He's doing a great job between the tackles, 38 of his 42 characters between the tackles, and he's really solidified himself there as the number one back, as everybody can see by the naked eye, but the numbers really prove it out.
Yeah, we're trying to do a little bit more of that stuff at AL.com this year. You guys know that I'm doing another shameless plug, the film study stuff with the snap counts. Here's the point of doing it. The point of doing stuff like that is so we write, this guy is the lead back, or this guy is the secondary, this guy's playing this role, and we're not just writing it off of what we've seen, we're writing it off of numbers, we're doing that kind of thing. And in terms of yards after contact, it's really important because that's, last year, that was what Gus said, set Trey Mason apart from everybody.
Yeah.
So charting that, figuring that kind of stuff out, paying attention to those yards after contact, that's going to tell you who's going to get carries as we get deeper into the season.
All the numbers are completely unofficial, and I'm sure the numbers inside the coaches' offices are different because, hey, they got better angles, and I'm freeze framing things and everything. But what you've noticed is that Trey Mason last year, marvelous year, 1,816 yards, school record obviously, but he got about 45% of those yards after contact, according to Tim Horton, the running backs coach. And Cameron Artis-Payne, so far, 2 games into the season, he's at 44.3%, which is right there in that area, that sweet spot. You want to be close to 50%. If you're close to 50%, you are an elite running back in the SEC. And Cameron Artis-Payne is inching to that point. It'll be interesting to see once he goes against some tougher competition, but I think 2 weeks into the season, it's a good way to gauge, at least early, because Arkansas's defense, their defensive line, and things they were doing, obviously in the first half of that game, they were figuring out a way to defend the run for Auburn. It was a good way to get a good test for Auburn.
Well, the other thing we'll try to do is, as this goes along, we'll try to see if we can point out some trends.
Yeah.
One of those we're going to have coming up here. This doesn't have anything to do with yards after contact, but noticed in the game on Saturday that Gabe Wright played almost all of his snaps at tackle, and we asked him tonight whether or not that was where he thought he'd be going forward, and he said, yeah, he thinks he's going to be on the inside. So that's the kind of stuff we're hoping to bring you. Brand's yards after contact stuff is great. You're going to be able. He's going to try to do some stuff with passing too, that kind of thing. We're going to try to bring you a little bit more from a statistical analysis point. It means a lot of freeze framing and DVRing. We really hate the film study thing. What was that called? What's the film room? The film room on ESPN? Is that what it is?
Oh, Film Room
That's
Live.
That's not good.
Yeah,
it's very bad.
They shrink the screen and then they zoom out on the play, and you can't see anything.
Yeah, I was sitting 4 inches from my TV.
Me
trying
too.
To figure out what
I was sitting on the ground, like looking up and like putting things on my notepad. It was not good. So if you're at ESPN, please stop doing that so we can see the plays clearly. We would really appreciate it as we're trying to chart stuff.
Yeah, we're trying to bring some stuff for you guys. So keep paying attention. Obviously, we won't have anything up until they play a game again. But that weekend, after the game, when you're wondering what are the Auburn guys going to be writing about,
statty things.
There's your answer. Anyway, we'll have more coverage coming up at AL.com.